Hey guys, thanks for taking the time and watching the video of mine. But what will this video be about? So recently I came across a concept called the 10-year plan. So what is this concept? What is it all about? So it's basically a plan for your next 10 years. Why is it so important? To be honest, most people just drift through life. They live day by day, week by week, paycheck per paycheck, and that's exactly what we try to eliminate and to break up. So we try to interrupt this pattern of just mindlessly watching the days go by and not chasing and pursuing our goals. First of all, have to line out a specific goal, and some, I call them Northstars. So these Northstars basically they are our they determine whether we are successful or not. So they are to be plain, to be simple. They are the real goals that we want to achieve by the end of the 10 years. And I know it will be very, very difficult to make up a plan now and draft it up and then actually continue to pursue it for a decade. Um, there's also a YouTuber, if you know him. His name is now Onem, previously First Man, and he also he used to say this quote: "Men who think in decades are dangerous," and I couldn't agree more. Just imagine where you have been 10 years ago. Now imagine what would be possible 10 years into the future. So, right, first of all, you set your goals, your North Stars. They can be whatever. Get this job, start the business, get the six pack, get lean, run a marathon. They can be whatever. Get the wife, start the family. They can really be whatever. They just have to be really goals that are deeply connected to your heart and are really important to you, because I don't want you to put up a North Star you don't really want to achieve, and you basically can uh, can go on without fulfilling it, because that will lead to compromising the whole plan and not achieving anything at all. And that's definitely not what we are seeking here and trying to achieve. So, what are my personal thoughts to make the whole journey easier? I thought about a concept. I call it seasoning, or basically like back in school, where you have school, or in university you have semesters, and they're changing. So it's not always the same, and I believe that's the most efficient and also most fun approach to this whole matter, because I don't really think you want to just do the same thing every day for 10 years. And that's why, to spice it all up, to make it more fun, I came up with the concept of seasons. So, what is this concept? How does it work? I determined that we just break up. So, first we define our North Stars. When you have your North Star, then you break up the 10 years in smaller brackets, maybe a year, maybe 6 months, maybe 2, maybe 3 years. I would recommend to break the 10-year bracket into 5 or 10 different smaller brackets, which are then seasons in its own. So, for example, we can have a 2-year season in which you are going all in on work. So you're trying to achieve a promotion, or if you want to be self-employed or are self-employed, you're going 2 years. For 2 years, you make it the work season, where you go completely all in in work, and basically just do the bare minimum in every other field of your life, and try to make the most amount of humanly possible progress in this specific area, in this specific field. So why is it important? Because I believe if you try to do everything you won't be able to do it. There's also a saying I like a lot, which goes by the following: cat who tries to catch all mice catches none. And I believe that's exactly true for real life and for whatever uh, yeah, for whatever area of life, really. And so we have the work season. Then maybe you have the fitness goal of achieving a very lean body. If you ask a lot of experienced fitness influencers or people in the fitness industry in general, they will all tell you, if you focus for 2 to 3 years, it doesn't really matter where you start. You can achieve amazing results. So you don't need to train for 10 years to make great progress. So then again, we have 2 years of the season where you go all in on your body, your health, your looks, maybe whatever you prioritize. But that's like the gym, the running, the sports season. Then you check this season off and you have a great body. And what the great thing is, of course, progress is very difficult. And if you want to progress further, if you already have a nice body or already at a very high level, it is very difficult. But what is the solution? We go all in this season, build a great fundament, push ourselves to a great level, and then we switch up into another season, because maybe we also get tired and we don't want to make our whole life about sports, and we also have other goals. We go into work season maybe, and we don't stop doing sports completely, but we are just using basically the minimum concept, where we're just doing the minimum of sports to remain in our position. So we are basically just fighting against the decay and against losing our muscle, losing our ability to run. And we're just trying to remain. We are not necessarily trying to gain, we're just trying to remain. And therefore, we are also trying to cut the time we spend doing the activities short. And that gives us more time to pour into work and make more progress there. So that's my approach, and that's why I think having a 10-year plan is great, but doing it with these specific seasons is a whole nother level. It's like, I believe, just doing it with this seasons concept of mine makes the probability of achieving many goals just at least 10 times more realistic, because I think it isn't realistic to just put yourself the goal to do one thing and only one thing for 10 years. It's not gonna work. You're gonna get bored, you're gonna stop, you're gonna be depressed, tire out, so you won't want such a life. But if you have exciting seasons, it will feel like a game, and that's exactly what I'm trying to achieve here. It's not like you won't feel like you're working or it's difficult, but it will feel like a game, and that's exactly where we are trying to get you where you're supposed to be, because it's if easy, if it feels nice, if you really want to do it, if you see your progress, man, it will be an amazing life, I'm telling you. Even though I've not, you might be older and might have more life experience, I'm telling you, it will be worth it 100%.